Hey everybody, KC here. So I'm in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Day one, it's the Western Michigan University Food Marketing Conference. Actually, they're still speaking inside. Right now they're getting ready for the Taste of Western Michigan reception that they're going to do. A lot of local vendors, really kind of exciting. Taste foods I've never tasted before, so it's a lot of fun. So today's been a really interesting day. A word that kept coming up during the various presentations was the word context. I thought this was really interesting. The person who really talked about it a lot, I thought made some great points, was Katie Hotze, who's the CEO of Grocery Shopping. And she was talking a lot about what her company does, which is recipes. And she made this observation, I had never thought about it before. She said that retailers fail to activate recipes as a driver of sales. And then when you can connect recipes to customers, to stores, it has an enormous positive impact on sales. And boy, that's the epitome of context, isn't it? When you're talking about food, recipes are the essence of context. If you can allow people to find recipes that are useful, that pull products together, that's what it's going to do. It's going to drive sales. It was really an interesting presentation. And this happens both in store and online, right? There's a sense that when companies, they're selling a product here, selling a product there, basically they're kind of throwing spaghetti against the wall to see what sticks. I like it a lot better, and I think customers like it a lot better when you're sort of creating a building block effect. You're trying to construct something with a strong foundation that leads to lifetime customer value. And context is key in doing that. Other interesting presentations, there was some discussion about retail media. A lot of people talking about retail media. That's not really a surprise. But the thing that worries me is whenever it seemed to come up, except of course in the presentation that I did, people talk about it as generating revenue for the retailers. And this just adds to my concern that retail media networks are only going to create noise, they're going to create clutter, and it's going to be, again, the spaghetti against the wall concept. They're not really building something that's going to be sustainable, and that really worries me, just from the way people talk about it. Justin Hahnemann was here. He's the head of worldwide retail and global consumer goods for both Amazon and AWS. Interesting presentation, clearly putting a high sheen on a lot of the things that Amazon does. He talked a little bit about generative AI and how easy it is to both create and modify images online because of what generative AI allows you to do. And what really worries me about this is that I'm not sure that's necessarily a good thing, especially as we head towards the election. There's an opportunity to use this technology in ways that can be negative in terms of creating fraud, that can ways in porn. We've seen a lot of stories about that lately, creating misinformation and disinformation. So yeah, everybody's talking about this kind of AI technology, but I really worry about the negative impact long term. And by the way, if you can adjust a person's image in a way that's not flattering online, you're going to be able to do the same thing with the store's aisles, with fresh food. I think retailers have to be really vigilant about where this is going to go. Anyway, that's the end of day one. There's another day. It's always great to come to Kalamazoo, Michigan for this conference. That's what's on my mind. And as always, I want to hear what's on your mind.